Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Wakakadash, Barakatah. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, blessing, salutation to you, hopeful, elect, Akim, doing this work throughout the four corners of the earth, doing this thing in truth and sincerity. Peace and blessings to you, fellow yokemen. That sincerely push this word in the name of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. I wanted to do this lesson from an article I had saved from theguardian.com entitled Why Dark-Skinned Black Girls Like Me Aren't Getting Married. Okay, so as you can see, it's an article created by a so-called black girl, and she, has an article made by herself. And just off the rip, I'm gonna say, calling yourself black is invalid, and it doesn't exist. Black people don't exist. What you are an Israelite. So-called black women are Israelites from the tribe of Judah. So calling yourself a black girl, first of all, you're starting off on the wrong foot. So nonetheless, I'm going to read a little bit of this article because, personally, I don't feel like this article she made is really, I wouldn't say it's not 100% true in the context, but I'm going to read. It says, black women in the U.S. marry less than others, and the numbers are even lower for darker skinned black women. Is colorism favoring lighter skin to blame? Dream McClinton puts herself on the line to report. Slocky says, I take a deep breath and read and ready my fingers. I admonish myself for being theoretical about something so mundane. Another deep breath. Here we go, I mutter, pressing enter. My profile has been created. It seems simple enough. Swipe left to dismiss. Swipe right to express interest. First eligible bachelor appears. Not my type. Swipe left. Then another follows. Too young. I swipe left again. 10 swipes in, and I find myself texting my elder sister. This was a bad idea. A feeling of vexation settles over me. I didn't think I would ever have to use a dating app, but men don't talk to me any other way. So, I guess, man, that's okay. If you didn't know, she's using a dating app called Tinder. Really, when you're swiping left and right, which there's other dating apps, but the most popular one is Tinder. A lot of people my age use it. It's a dating app to get, find women and men within an age range to meet, to get to know, uh, uh, eventually lead to other things. And yeah, she's basically explaining that she can't find a man. She's a dark-skinned black woman. Okay, and as you can see, she's had 10 swipes and she couldn't find anybody. Okay, and she's left not having anyone. Now, I'm not saying the dating apps are a way to go, but a lot of people use them, and it's not the smartest thing. But who knows? You could find a woman that you could deal with off there. But ultimately, you know, uh, 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 the women, for the most part, make bad decisions altogether. Especially choosing men that they lay down with, or you could say talking to. They don't make good decisions. or they don't know how to choose a man, okay, properly. And women will tell you that themselves. As you can see, she's passed up guys that probably were not too decent, provider type guys that know how to treat women good, so to speak, and she didn't choose them because she's whatever, looking for the perfect guy or whatever the case may be. But there you go. She's as you can see, she's vexed, so she can't find a man because women don't talk to her in person, which I highly doubt because uh, uh, a lot of women reject men because women get hit on a lot. You see, especially a so-called black woman. Uh, 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 Depending if she's in the ghettos or the hoods, um, it's not hard for her to for a Pookie Ray Ray type guy, which is hoodlum type, you know, um, or just a guy that's ain't shit to hit on her, okay, or try to get in them draws. You see, so, but you know, a lot of times too, the so-called black woman doesn't get any attention, man. Attention, and why is that? Because I'm gonna read on a little bit. It says, "I've spent so much time trying to understand that, trying to understand what is so unattractive about." Says, "Trying to understand what is so unattractive about me that men shun me. At first, I thought it was because I was intimidating, a word I've heard used to describe me. For a while, I concluded what I was not not that interesting. A line I sub, sub, subsequently used as my biography on social media, but those explanations won't do. Okay, because hey, man, so-called black women and for majority of them are feminists. Okay, and what do I mean by feminists? Meaning they don't want to follow a man. Follow a man meaning a man is over her. Believe it or not, man, a lot of these women pass up guys that's I guess quote unquote educated, or he's just a 9 to 5er. The black women, man, will pass that guy up because they love chaos. They love a guy who is considered the bad boy. Hey, women in period, they love a adventure, so to speak. Best believed. I'm not saying I don't know her specifically, but hey, man, the so-called black woman uh passes up that guy who she knows she can't manipulate, that she can't run game on. And for the most part, these women are liberal, aka thinking they're free. Free as in to do whatever they want to do. They have control of their body. They have control over how they carry themselves. Just out of order. Okay? And they're masculine for the most part, man. Check around, look at our women. Okay, brothers know they want to be a man. They might not say I want to be a man, but their actions show that they have testosterone. And that's why you think she said she thought she was intimidating, because a lot of the nigga woman um, um, walks around with an angry face. She walks around with a frowny face, looking all mean, unapproachable. So hell yeah, a lot of especially the other nations don't want to approach the so-called black woman. That's why the apostles and elders said, "Don't deal with them. Don't deal with the black woman." That's what they, you know. I, you know, I actually was talking to a so-called black woman. I bucked up against the order, but hey, I paid for it. It says the real issue is staring me right in the face, my deep mahogany skin. So she's saying her skin is the reason why she can't find a man. which was just a cop out. Colorism, the prejudice based on skin tone, has stunned the romantic lives of millions of dark-skinned black women, including me. We are not as valued as our lighter-skinned counterparts when seeking romantic partners. Our dating pool constructs because of something as arbitrary as shoe size. And no, man, that's goes into this new age wokeism stuff, man. Colorism, because dark-skinned women, they're starting to revert to the light-skinned women are getting all the men rather than them. Me myself, I find dark-skinned women, some of them, attractive, but I know their characteristics, how they carry themselves, how they view me, so I don't deal with them. Period. Okay, they wear weave, they're boisterous, manly, don't want to follow you. They once you try to lay the law down and tell them what to do, they don't want to follow. So there's no point in actually trying to put effort in. Reading on, it says, boom, 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 boom. Let me see. I'm not gonna read it all, but I'm gonna read some more. Like other systems of racial inequality, American colorism was born out of slavery, as masters raped enslaved women. Their lighter skin, illegitimate offspring were given preferential treatment other than black, darker counterparts. So yeah, they're basically going in to how a lighter skinned Jakes has or receive better treatment, and that they're more likely to be in the house rather than the fields. So to really, you have that whole light skin versus dark skin movement ongoing bullshit. So you act a certain way, oh, you act them light skin, or you dark skin niggas, and just a bunch of madness. So our people as a whole are just out of order. And I'm gonna read this last paragraph and get to some scriptures. I have many I have many memories of being degraded because of my complexion. The most piercing is from middle school. Two girls giggling in my Georgia history class during the showing of a documentary about slavery, as the film explained the origins of skin tone prejudice. One black girl, biracial, hazel-eyed, and the only other black girl in the class whispered that she would have been a house slave, but that I would have been a field slave, as the famous image of Whip Peter played on screen. I sank down in my chair, slightly greeting the weight of oppression of my 12-year-old shoulders. So, and I'm gonna get this scripture because she's saying basically what she has is low self-esteem, even from a young age. You know, some brothers and some people, period, they deal with bullying or people talking shit to them. Excuse my friend. People talking uh, 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 about their appearance and things like that. That happens in the school system. But you, as a parent of another Jake, you're supposed to teach your child self-love. Okay, you're supposed to teach your child how to love themselves, no matter what the complexion of their skin is. Okay, but that's why our community fails, because the men and the women don't teach the children the correct way, and don't show them the proper love. That's why the so-called black community you know, is a failure. Check out the hood, man. Low self-esteem, hatred. Proverbs 22:6. Proverbs 22:6, and it reads, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." So you teach your child how to love themselves, that they're an Israelite. Doesn't matter the color of their skin, as long as the father's an Israelite. You're supposed to love who you are. But the so-called black woman teaches the black her daughter how to be a harlot. Tell her she's a nappy headed, put weave in her hair, so she really has no self identity. So from the jump start, we're failed, and it's just all from get go is it fails. So it's just gonna be generation after generation, man. You can't blame it on the this new age colorism or
Self esteem.
self esteem, confidence in one's own worth or abilities, respect, self respect. Okay, you have to put value into yourself, but it's hard for women to do that without a man, because if she hasn't been taught that as a child, it's hard for you to tell her, because you're just uh, 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 you validating her is almost not enough. She has to, she has to come up. She has to already come with that. She has already had to be built with that. And that other article goes into that article I just read goes into how the so-called black man, when he gets like a on another level, where she said the niggas that come up on a level or in the society, or they get money, they go for the lighter skinned women, which is sometimes the case. They so Because they know the nature of the so-called black woman, that she's not going to cooperate. You see, and a lot of times Jake do marry the so-called black woman, their high school crush, their baby mamas, ball players, and things of that nature, man. I want to get, I think, the Deuteronomy real quick. Yeah, yeah, because she did mention how the woman would be lay down with the so-called white man. This is Deuteronomy 28. Or no, yeah, the so-called white man would lay down with our woman and create, I guess you would say lighter skin, but those were tears. Okay, this is Deuteronomy 28:30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. Salakia. Khan. Okay. That explains that part. I'm gonna read it because this is a counter article about how a counter article on what she made. It says opinion. This is from the Giro.com. The Grio. The opinion colorism experts, but colorism exists. It's like colorism exists, but suggesting dark-skinned women aren't marriage material is going a step too far for colored girls who have considered singledom when thinks pieces of Guardian in the Guardian are enough. If we're being honest, the blacks already have so many things topping our collective agenda. There really isn't much room left for any kind of self-enforced colorism. You get the picture, hopefully in high def. Yet here we sit, somewhat deeply divided by yet another digital discussion of team light skin versus team dark skin. Con, you know, and that goes into that new age talk. The so-called black woman is so uh, uh, has her head so far up her ass she doesn't realize it, man. That all she has to do is submit to a man and let the right proper man lead her. She'll be fine and don't buck up. But your average woman, she can't sit her ass down and just be submissive to a man, especially the so-called black woman for the most part, and that's why they're so single. Even women that's 30, 40, going up, they just don't, because they don't love you, they don't like you, they don't respect you, they see you as conquered, and that's just the truth. It's complicated why some black women refuse to call the police when their male partners threaten their lives. Well, that's whatever. The latest battle royale comes courtesy of a recent column in the Guardian. One is a series talking about that why black girls like me aren't getting married raw, mahogany skin. It's going into that. It's got a gift. It says through writing you're a red bone on a mortgage loan application won't save you from predatory rates, right? So just being a light skinned person really doesn't get you off uh, guard in this society. You're still under the curses, and you're still um, subjugated to this world and looked at as being at the bottom, and actually being at the bottom, and the disadvantages that comes with it. Okay, same as a dark skinned person. And I would say even the so-called, but a lot of times, man, if a so-called black dark-skinned woman kept herself up, you know, the right way, they'd be on the same level as the light-skinned women. But the light-skinned women knows really how to carry herself, so they look a lot better. Dark-skinned women, just check them out, man. They're more rough. I like them all though, personally. Yeah, it says foolery persists to this day with lighter skinned people receiving more lenient prison sentences and better job opportunities. Their entire rap and R&B catalogs, as well as Hollywood leading ladies' careers, built on the back of society's light, bright obsession. While there are no lies detected when McClinton says the darker skin is typically cast as lesser than, it gets tricky when her provocative provocatively titled story serves up a stew of statistics and intimate personal experiences to reach one overarchingly damning conclusion. Yeah, because she had a bunch of charts, was basically BS, man. Those are some BS charts. How much so-called black woman who approaches her, how much she um, what catches she get on Tinder and these different sites. So she put up a bogus graph. Amid her own painful experiences on various dating apps, Clinton weaves in a source that says black men are only dropping to one knee for the light skins. That's not true. So-called black man is simping for the black woman as well, based on aggregated data from the multi-city study of urban equality from 2003. So that's outdated as hell. It's not up to date, I would say. Yeah, you have black girls rock and uplifting the so-called black woman, where, hey, you have a movement going on that says the black woman is God. And with all that, they still don't want to submit to a man, even though the black man's calling the black woman God. But they're claiming that they can't get a man. They can get a man. They just they don't know how to get him. They don't know how to choose the right one and keep them. Yeah, I'm not gonna read the rest of this, but yeah, man, I'm gonna read a couple more scriptures though, cause it. That's why. Why do you think the apostles and elders told you not to deal with the so-called with the Negro woman? Cause she has the curses the heaviest on them. This is Amos 7:17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity for forth of his land. So, God, man, your wife will be a harlot, because you want to talk about adultery. The black woman knows a lot about it. You see, black woman knows all about it, so she's gonna lie with somebody that's not another man that's not you. Okay, so there's no point in even really dealing with them, man. And it also tells you in the book of Lamentation 4:2. I'm not gonna get it, but the so-called black woman is a bad steward of children. You know, she doesn't know how to take care of the children. She's cruel. She's a cruel. She doesn't even know how to treat her child. And growing up like that, how she doesn't know that child grows up. You're gonna have to. There's men grow. The child grows up to be a young lady and a woman. That woman's gonna procreate another one, and another one is just a vicious cycle because they don't know who they are. They don't know their heritage, so on and so forth. The curses, man. But it's not colorism, man. It's not colorism. That's just a cop out. That's that. That's that wokeism stuff. And I'm gonna get this really quick because women don't understand that proper order of things. She can find a man just if she Tinder isn't the best place, or the date apps is not the best place to find a person you want to spend the rest of your life with, anyways. First Corinthians 1 or First Corinthians 11 and 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Mashiach, is Mashiach Yahushai, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ or is the church, of Mashiach is the church. So women are, you're under the man, but they don't get that. They refuse to understand that. Well, they understand that, but they don't agree with it. Okay, and they don't accept it. So you're gonna have loneliness. You're gonna have vexation, like she says. Gonna have all of that, man, because you don't want to follow the proper order. And you try to teach them the Bible. It's in the Bible. They don't want to hear it. And don't mention to them that you can have more than one woman. They're gonna go nuts. That's why it's best to, man, if you already got something going on, hey, you do what you do, but it's not wise to have a woman in this time, in this day and age, because it's straight madness. Okay, and it's just out of order. You ain't gonna get what you ultimately deserve, being a man of the Lord, or expect. Okay, and she's not. Most of them are not wife material anyways, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. All praise to Yahweh Hashem Yashai. Bahashem Rakal Brakatah Dabal said elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Rule well, peace, blessings, salutations. Elect Akim doing this work. Truth and sincerity. Shalom.